Gemini, what the fuck going on, Gemini? This is going to be your September 2024 video. Gemini, what going on? What's shaking? Thank you all for watching. My name is Bonnie KB Banks. Welcome to the True Secret Tarot. Are you ready for your truth, Gemini? Are you? Anything y'all may need from me is going to be in the description box down below. Gemini, let's go and get to it, you feel me? Let's see what's going on for y'all for the month of September. Make sure them people didn't pull on y'all heartstrings. Most High, what's going on with Gemini for the month of September? Ooh, I like that, Gemini. We got the sun card popping out. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? I think that has just become the theme for the sun card and my door to happiness card. Like, that's the first thing that come to mind. Gemini, you all could be feeling great in the month of September. You all possibly still could be vacationing in the month of September. Just be careful. But this does look like clear skies or sunny skies. So this feels like your vacation weather. If you are going, is going to be great. I was finna say Aries. I'm sorry, I just got finished doing that video. Gemini, when it comes to you all being in this new great energy, for some of y'all, Gemini, you all are considering getting a new pet. For some of y'all, Gemini, you may be finding out you're preggers. Congratulations. For others of y'all, Gemini, you all are birthing new ideas or creating new ideas, or your like new gifts within yourself are actually surfacing. I like that too. For others of y'all, Gemini, you all are either getting into journaling or getting into reading new books or reading more. I like that as well. For others of you all, Gemini, you're getting more creative. You all may be doing DIY projects or doing things around the house to spruce up your home. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And also, Gemini, some of y'all could be listening to new music, or you got a new playlist, or you got a new favorite song. Okay, I like that, Gemini. This is almost like y'all didn't let those people pull on y'all heartstrings. Y'all kept going and moving in the energy y'all supposed to be going and moving in, shaking and baking. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, Most High, what's something else for Gemini? Okay, we got the plot plan and a prayer card with the strategy. I like that. And we got this angel of strength. Yeah, Gemini, I like that. Okay. Now with this plot plan and a prayer card, Gemini, this feels like you and God. And then when it has this journal log up here, especially for those I just mentioned with journaling, Gemini, if you see that, you and God are having more profound conversations, or you're getting a lot of guidance and leadership through the conversations that you and God are having, maybe this is some information that you might need to be writing down or jotting down, so you can always refer back to it, or so you can always like have those reminders close to you. Others of you all, Gemini, God is having you pay real close attention to a plan. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, God plans to move you from one place to another, but it's a certain way. It's a certain way that he's needing you to maneuver. Please make sure you're maneuvering that way, or please make sure you're paying close attention. Yet with this plot plan and a prayer card, this is to unlock something in your life. So Gemini, for those of y'all who God has you paying attention to a certain plan, please make sure you stay to this certain plan. Please make sure that you stay on the plot and the plan that God has for you, as well as please make sure that you're praying and you're staying in this relationship with God, so you can always get the signs, or you can always know what is an actual sign for you. And then last but not least, we got this angel of strength. Gemini, God may be changing some things around for you in the month of September, and it may not affect you physically, it may affect you spiritually. Like, you may be getting tired of things changing, or you may be getting tired of the up and down energy, or you may be getting tired of things coming to fuck with you. But what God wants you to know, that you have the will, and this is like you have the willpower and you have the spiritual stamina in order to get through this. This kind of feels like this is like God like fine-tuning possibly certain characteristics or things that he's been working on in you, and you getting through this is gonna make you a real deal spiritual beast. Like, it's gonna be very little that's gonna be able to get up on your skin. It's gonna be very little that's gonna be able to shake you up. It's gonna be very little that's able to bother you. I like that. And then we got the cycles card, 37 breaking down to a 10, 10 breaks down into a 1, and you have the 1 up here with the sun card. With this cycles card, this definitely feels like you're going through all the phases that are needed for your full healing. You weren't going for half-fast healing, Gemini. You were going for full healing. And because you were going for full healing, this is almost like, for some of you all, this is the process to full healing. For others of you all, you're at the end and you're receiving your blessings from your full healing. And then for a lot of, regardless of which side you're on, you're in a new cycle in life, because you're in the process of working on the changes that need to be made for you to have a great life. Okay, Gemini. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Okay. Most High, give us the sun card when it comes to Gemini in the month of September. Oh, we got the balance card, and this is balance with chaos. Gemini, what's going to really shock you all and surprise you all is things may not be set up exactly the way you would want them to be set up in the month of September, but everything is going to work out. And that's going to be the thing that's going to keep you in those high spirits. And with this dance portal let go, this feels like the high spirits is just you having faith, you knowing that God got you. What's so crazy is the girl with the dance portal and this balance card. You see that how they both have the same background. With them both having the same background, again, this goes back to things may not work out specifically or go according to plan the way you would want it to go to according to plan, but everything is literally going to work out. Everything is going to be where it's supposed to be. Everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. And again, this is going to make you a spiritual beast, because it's almost like the inconveniences or the trial and tribulations that normally come up that will bother us, that will get the best of us, that will shake us up to our core. It's not going to be able to do that to you, Gemini. And that's what God's saying. This shit going to make you a whole beast. Oh. Gemini, for some of you all, you're not going to be expecting to be as happy as you are in September with your life. It's almost like with the new things that are being incorporated into your life that you have already, you're not expecting the balance to go so well. You're not expecting the balance to actually work out. You're not expecting everything to just move and flow the way you need it to move and flow. And that goes back to God just saying, hey, you getting through this, you have the spiritual will and the spiritual stamina to be able to withstand this shit, to not allow it to shake up your core, and to strengthen the weak parts of you, so this feels like so nothing can come up against you, Gemini. Oh, most I put us some on the plot plan and the prayer card when it comes to Gemini. We got the Five of Wands. This is magic and alignment. Now with this Five of Wands, this Five of Wands is like fighting to get into alignment or fighting to stay in alignment. So Gemini, the main thing with you all with a plot plan and a prayer, God needs you to fight to stay in alignment. So for y'all Gemini, this feels like you're gonna have to fight getting distracted. You're going to have to fight wanting to go and get off into other things. You're going to have to fight possibly procrastination. You're going to have to possibly fight, let's just say, other people, places and things and situations like to put their responsibilities or like to put certain stuff on you for you to have to do it and for them not to do it. God is telling you or letting you know, hey, you're going to need to fight that energy. Reason being, God has a plot plan and a prayer. So this is like God already, well, this is a strategy card. God already has it worked out for you to get your just due. Three of Pentacles at the bottom, it says connect, abracadabra. And I think with abracadabra, isn't that it's magic for basically whatever they speak comes true. I want to say that's basically like the whole gist of it. In regards to the things you've asked for, in regards to the things you prayed for, in regards to the things you asked God to put you in alignment with, you fighting off the distractions and you stand in this space, or you stand on the route of where God put you. I promise you, Gemini, you're not expecting for things to work out as grand and as great for you that they actually are, but they are. Most High, give us this angel of strength. Oh, Gemini, I like how we just flying through your reading. We got this protection card up here. So, boom, when it comes to this protection card and with this angel of strength, Gemini, what you don't know, God has angels surrounding you. God has angels watching over you. So this feels like with this protection, you got certain angels that are sitting up high, making sure don't nothing moving, don't nothing get in your way, don't nothing fuck with you, don't nothing bother you. And just in case something does get past that, guess what? This feels like God has angels like literally surrounding you. Look, you see how the horns and stuff is on fire, and you see how she has lightning in her hand. What you don't know is how heavily spiritually protected you are, Gemini. With you being such heavily spiritually protected, that's why God is saying you getting through these phases is going to make you an all-out beast, because this feels like you don't know the type of spiritual warrior you possibly actually are. You don't know the spiritual rank that you actually have. It's almost like your core self and that part that's connected to God. If you really and truly knew what all that came with, and you really and truly knew what all God was surrounding and pouring into you, this feels like You would withstand these up and down changes. You would withstand some of this shit that's trying to get you distracted. You would withstand some of these things that are trying to knock you off balance. You would be able to withstand some of these things that are trying to redirect you from the good shit that God got you in your life. So with that being said, and we have this grace card at the bottom of the deck. So even though you've been through some battles and you've won some and you felt like you even lost some, Gemini, God is letting you know that, hey, from the space of where you're fighting now, as long as you do what needs to be done, Gemini, and as long as you fight the way God is asking you to fight, can't shit or nothing come up against that. Nothing and nobody. Oh, all right. Nothing and nobody. Most High, give us this balance, chaos, when it comes to Gemini and the Sun card, and Gemini not expecting to be so happy in the month of September. We got the 9 of Wands and we got the King of Wands. Now, if we just want to count the wands for what they are, that's the 10 of Wands. So this feels like even when it comes to your responsibilities or all the things that you have on your plate, Gemini, it's almost like the energy that it normally would take for you to get all of these things done, you may be getting these things done in turbo time. Like, oh, this does give the definition of, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, Gemini, God is going to be showing you how to work smarter and not harder at certain things in your life, so your responsibilities don't get the best of you, so your responsibilities don't take you over, so your responsibilities and your duties don't become more so of a hassle or become more of a burden to you. Oh, I like that. So things that once used to have you blocked in as far as your to-do list or as far as everything that you had on your plate, they're no longer going to be in the space of doing that. Again, that goes back to God teaching you how to work smarter and not harder. But this also feels like with the way things are working out and the way God is showing you and teaching you how to maneuver and how to do things, like I said, you may be extremely happy with the fact that you didn't go according to your plan and everything worked out in your favor, possibly even better. Look, we got this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's why the love that you and God share, and the love that God has for you, that is why things worked out the way they did. And because you actually sincerely love God, and because you genuinely love God, that's why God is capable and able to show up for you the way God is able to show up for you, Gemini. Oh, okay. I like this. Now, I will tell you this, Gemini, when it comes to your new cycle and when it comes to things balancing and working out for you, God wants you to pay real close attention to who God did not allow around you, or who God did not allow you to mingle with or get close with in order for you to be in this energy. That is a telltale sign and a telltale giveaway of who that certain people are a distraction, that certain people were not sent necessarily by God, that some of these scenarios and situations that they're putting in, like, it's truly not your responsibility or it's not a part of your assignment. So if you're recognizing and seeing that when certain people aren't around, you moving like on some turbo speed shit, Gemini, and then when certain people do come around, it feels like things slow up for you. God is letting you know that, hey, those people and the energy that they're carrying is the reason why you keep feeling like things are so hard in what you have to carry and what you have going on, when actually it's not. Ooh. Most High put up, look, and then we had the hang one. I'm not going to keep this, but look how the hang one jumped out here. Yep, God is going to trap these people up. The people that are slowing up your energy in some way, shape, form, or fashion, God gonna get with the hangman. This is like God trapping them up in their own circumstances, because the hangman talks about enlightenment. The hangman talks about like God making you stand still and making you pay attention to what you're doing, your involvement, what you're around, what you're pouring your energy into, and like really like bringing it full circle for you. So boom, these people are finna get trapped up in certain scenarios and situations to where it's like they need to really be paying more attention to this than to come over here and messing with you with the energy that God has you in. Ooh, they better watch out, Gemini. Most I put us one on this plot plan and a prayer card and this magic alignment when it comes to Gemini. Gemini having to fight off the distractions. Gemini having to fight off procrastination. Gemini having to fight off getting out of alignment with God. And then we got the Magician card up here. Gemini, if you stick to you and God's plan, I promise you, you're going to get your just due. Because the Five of Wands with the alignment card and this Ace of Wands and Magician, that's the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands talks about getting your accolades, getting your just due. It talks about reaping the reward. It also talks about being put in, like, being like all eyes on you energy. Like everybody like, hooray, hooray, you go, yeah. Everybody cheering you on type shit. God is going to really and truly like put on a show in your life as long as you stay in this alignment with God. So try your hardest no matter what you have to do, Gemini, to stay in this place with God. We got the Ten of Wands over here. We got the Six of Wands over here. It's a whole lot of fire energy for this to be an air sign video. So I ain't gonna lie, Gemini, you all may really be in like your warrior energy right now. So you possibly are not even in your regular air energy. You not being all in your head or not being so concerned, not having to think of the whole plan, not racking your brain doing this and doing that, and really just allowing God to move the way God is choosing to move in your life. It is really setting things apart for you. And it's setting a boundary line when it comes to your energy. Because 10 of Wands plus 6 of Wands, that's 17. No, that's 16. I'm tripping. I'm thinking too fast. Yep, 10 of Wands plus 6 of Wands, that's 16. 16 breaks down into the 7 of Wands, thank you, which is what I'm getting at. 7 of Wands is being 10 toes down. 7 of Wands is also like defending your territory. It's that boundary line card. There's also the 7 of Wands, depending on what deck you use, is also a card of I'll get in your ass if you cross that line, like for real, for real. So in regards to you sticking to the plan, in regards to you doing what God asked you to do, in regards to you standing this alignment with God, and in regards to you going to the new places that where God asked you to go and things are actually balancing out and working out for you. With all of that being said and with all that being done, you didn't know that you were setting a boundary line in your life. Even though this is the 9 of Wands, if we was to remove the wand that's in his hand and not pay attention to this Ace of Wands here, that would be the 7 of Wands. Guess what? He's barricading. He's drawing his line. So it's like, don't pass the gun line. Anybody that spiritually tries to come past the gun line, which means anybody that's trying to come on their own will and not on the will of God, anybody that's trying to redirect you in another path outside of where God is taking you, anybody that's trying to make your circumstances hard and make shit hard for you, what they don't even recognize or realize, it's almost like they crossing the gun line. I don't know if I have a reading called Cross the Gun Line, but I'm going to check and I'm going to see, because that might be the name of y'all reading, Gemini. Cross the Gun Line. Like when it came to already in that last reading of the heartstrings, God was letting you know, and look, the Hierophant card, God card just flew out. Exactly. God is in the process of teaching you and molding you. And what they don't recognize and realize is because they want to be involved so much, they're actually fucking with the process, or they're fucking with the information that God is teaching you and that you're in the process of learning. Get your ass out the way. Move. Ooh, move. Oh yeah, Gemini, when it came to them heartstrings, well, you already know the things that God was doing in your life. God was telling you, hey, don't let those people pull on your heartstrings. And seeing that you actually didn't, now they're at the point where it's like, since God gave a direct order for Gemini to do this and for everybody else to go over there and mind their business and do all this other extra shit, and because these people want to continuously keep crossing the gun line, it's like, okay, cool. They don't know how many angels that are truly around you. So while they're so busy over here focused on you and paying attention to what you're doing and trying to have a motive in regards to you, they don't know that God is sending angels around to burn their shit up. Ooh. Most High, give us this protection card and this angel of strength when it comes to Gemini, the Sun card. Gemini, it is, with the Sun card being up here twice, this does feel like Gemini. Some of y'all may have Leo in your chart. If you don't have Leo in your chart, some of y'all may have Aries or Sagittarius, but the fighter energy that you have in you is really, really coming towards the surface. And with it coming toward the surface, this is what, see, boom, this is why God was so stuck on you fighting this in a spiritual way. Because the spiritualness was connected to your core self. And because once it got fed to a certain level, God knew it was going to push itself to the surface. With it coming to the surface now, Gemini, this fighter energy that you have, you're recognizing and seeing that nothing can get in your way, nothing can bother you, nothing can stop you, nothing can cheat you of your blessings, or nothing can actually take your blessings away. It's almost like you weren't believing what was taking your blessings away. You not being the spiritual fighter that you actually are was taking your blessings away. You getting easily distracted was what was taking your blessings away. You allowing these people to cross the boundary line what was taking your blessings away. At this point, because you stopped doing that and you stood your ground and you're staying in this energy of staying on the path of where God is putting you and where God is placing you, what you don't know or what you're not recognizing is not only is God finna show you what you can get through and what can't stop you. God is also gonna show you what can't break your spirit. God is also gonna show you like why He made you into being the person that you are. It's like everything is gonna come full circle, as well as everything is gonna turn out so beautiful and so grand, Gemini, that you were not expecting it. Oh, Gemini, I like that. Well, Gemini, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.